Take a look at these pictures. They're from the U.S. Coast Guard. They're from a boat that was made by Cuban refugees called the Libertad. It's one of a few dozen makeshift wooden boats that 74 Cubans used to escape for freedom. They wanted to live the American dream. Understand, they so desperately wanted to escape a repressive communist regime, they braved shark-infested waters between Cuba and Key West in wooden boats that were outdated in the 1800s. These are some of the boats. They didn't have life jackets. Oftentimes they didn't have water, but they knew what America was. That is how desperate they must have been. It's not just risking their lives on the high seas. If caught by the U.S. Coast Guard, as we will show you, they are returned to Cuba, where they will likely be imprisoned and tortured. The Coast Guard proudly put out press releases on Sunday that they sent back 64 to Cuba and 74 on Friday with the pictures. Now compare that to the thousands, literally thousands, that come across the U.S.-Mexico border every day. Sure, the trip through Mexico can be tough, but they know that they have at least a 50-50 chance of getting asylum if they turn themselves in. A lot of them are never intercepted by Border Patrol, and from there, they go into the United States. So we're clear what the Biden administration's policy is. Anybody from Romania comes across the southern border and claims asylum, they stand a 50-50 chance of a free pass into the United States and potentially years living here until a court date. But someone escapes a repressive communist regime that is continuing to threaten American national security, a communist regime that allows Russia, Venezuela, and Iran, along with the Chinese, to challenge American power in the Western Hemisphere. And those people, the people who risked everything in their wooden boat, get sent back without so much as a court hearing. As we said, not only did they get sent back, the Coast Guard proudly tweets about it. This is from June 20th. U.S. Coast Guard Southeast Cutter Charles Sexton's crew repatriated 45 Cubans to Cuba Sunday. Quote, "No one should risk their lives on unsafe, rustic vessels in unpredictable seas. The risk of being caught is high." That's according to Lieutenant Commander Cobb. June 25th. "Don't take to the seas in unsafe, overloaded rustic vessels without safety equipment or life jackets." That's according to Lieutenant Ives. Perhaps someone could let Lieutenant Ives know that the Cuban people don't have Twitter. That's why they are leaving in a repressive communist regime. If you are willing to get on a boat and head to America, all you have is rustic vessels. If you have safety equipment, life jackets, and modern ships, you wouldn't be escaping. You wouldn't be escaping a regime that restricts you and beats you if you are caught with even the equipment, the computer equipment, to access Twitter. Now compare that to pictures from the southern border. This is from the Border Patrol in the Rio Grande Valley. They report 403 apprehensions from all over the world, and statistics show at least half will get released into the United States. The Cubans on those boats aren't that lucky. Of course, this isn't the Coast Guard's fault. They're just following orders, as is the Border Patrol. Polling shows Hispanics especially don't like Mr. Biden's border policy. A New York Times poll now shows Mr. Biden with a 32% approval rating among Hispanics, 63% disapprove. That's slightly worse than the American average. In fact, 64% of Democrats now say that their party should find someone else to be the nominee in 2024. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.